Mom, I want to join private English tutoring too. That sentence slipped my lips years ago when I saw my peers effortlessly stepping into luxurious training center to chase a global future. However, the response I received from the woman I love most truly silenced my heart. We don't have the money, Sinra. At that exact second, I realized economic limitation isn't just a matter of numbers in a wallet. It is a tall wall guarding a child's dream, restricting how far they're allowed to embrace the world. The Honorable Board of Judges, they're amazing participants whom I am proud of. Today, in magnificent academic spaces, we often discuss about the advancements of civilization, the demands of the globalization era, and preparing golden generation. Yet, let us honestly stand in front of the mirror of reality. Based on OECD and our national data, one painful common thread is revealed. The socio-economic gap directly mutates into an intellectual gap. Education today, consistently or not, has shifted into an expensive commodity. Essential 21st century skills such as English proficiency have now been commodified. It has transformed into an exclusive privilege that can only be bought by those who can afford it. Meanwhile, outside the walls of luxurious schools, children from low-income families are forced to watch from afar. They swallow their sorrow, assuming that foreign language proficiency is an impossibility for those without capital. This is not just cold statistic on a paper. It is a form of structural injustice that tears apart our humanitarian conscience when access to knowledge is determined by the thickness of one's wallet. The very essence of humanity in education has died. Dear amazing participants, our chosen theme today is Education for Humanity. Injustice and social responsibility isn't merely a beautiful phrase to discuss on a competition stage. It is a profoundly urgent moral call. In the sociology of education, language is often viewed as the primary cultural capital for social mobility. When that capital is monopolized by a privileged few, our education system is simply perpetuating intergenerational cycles of poverty. Dear amazing participants, as someone who dedicates myself to the field of English education, I refuse to stay silent. Back then in that childhood memory, enough of me experiencing it. Enough of me being limited by the economic inability. Today, by those pain and past limitations, I have transformed it into real movement. Together with my fellow fighters, I initiated English Pride Society. I actively participate as a volunteer teacher and work together with various grassroots communities. We open classroom doors as wide as possible, teaching English for free, inclusively to children who have long been marginalized by the system. In those small classrooms, we do not just teach grammar or memorize vocabularies. We are restoring the right to dream big. We want to prove to the world that global fluency does not solely for the rich, but to anyone who possesses the will to fight. It is the manifestation of my social responsibility as a young educator of this nation. Ensuring that knowledge that I gain on university benches does not stop as a pile of theory on a paper, but transforms into a hammer that shatters the walls of injustice. Dear amazing participants, social change will never be born from those who sit idly in their comfort zones. Educational justice must be seized, must be fought by for the educators who dare to step down into the mud of reality, feeling the sweat of the left behind children of the nation and guiding them toward the future. Let's ensure, moving forward, no longer will any child of the nation bow their head in discouragement, bury their dreams just because they heard the words, "We don't have money," when they want to learn. Finally, I am Sinra, proudly representing IAIN Bone, and I am standing here in front of you to emphasize that education that humanizes and brings justice is an absolute right for every human being without exception. Thank you.